Welcome, guys, back to our new YouTube channel, the Snake Pit. This is going to be episode 3.
Yeah, three. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, episode 3. Today we're going to be talking about the slasher movie Shredder. Now, this was filmed in 2001, got released in 2002 by a UK DVD company, and then failed to garner rights in North America until MGM acquired said rights in 2003 and then released it direct to video under their brand. A lot there, a whole mouthful of a lot of weirdness going on. But yeah, this movie, even in Japan, was marketed as Jason Z to cash in off Jason X, which had come out in 2001. Which, I mean, to some respects, this movie kind of does feel like a Friday the 13th, like a really shitty Friday the 13th on a ski hill. Instead of a goalie mask, this guy's got a ski mask on and, Spy Plus visor goggles. But, yeah, no, it was interesting. It kind of felt like a hybrid of American Pie, MTV snowboarder footage, and a Friday the 13th movie, all compiled into this nice 2001 filter. And it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't like the greatest thing ever. I kind of expected more, and I'm not gonna lie, the first time I saw it, I was really, really baked, and I thought it was like the greatest fucking thing I had ever seen. I thought it was hilarious and it was great. But upon rewatching it, I realized this definitely shows as a direct-to-DVD movie. Whereas the first time I watched it, I'm like, what? This is direct-to-DVD? There's no way. It's just too good. But I definitely see it now. You can see it in some of the kill scenes. You can see it in some of the dialogue. It's kind of wooden, kind of just really basic level stupid shit. But, still better than something like Epic Movie or Date Movie, which, But, yeah, let's dive into this. And, Hunter, what did you think about this movie?
Honestly, when I first went into it, seeing the very first kill, I was thinking, it could be like a pretty cool slash.
Oh, yeah, that first kill.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal. A skier was just going down the hill, takes a wrong left turn, and then just wires there, and just chops him in half, chops him in bits.
Yeah, oh my god.
Brutal.
Oh, that was one of my favorite kills. I think that's the thing that hooked me the first time I watched it, because it happens almost instantaneously to the credits starting. And it's just so brutal. It's just a fucking razor wire to the face. It takes off some fingers for good measure. Really good use of practical effects. Really bloody. I thought that the whole movie was going to be like that, but no, some of the kills were really generic. They lacked some gore, but there were some that had some really cool gore to it, too. Spoiler alert, of course, but it's not like we gotta worry. This is not a very good movie worth worrying about the spoilers. But there's one scene where, exactly. There's one where a guy, he's got a video camera and he's lost a lot of blood and he's half stoned and he looks at the killer with the camera and the killer jams, I think, a ski pole right through it into his face, and it just gushes this geyser of blood everywhere after a couple of seconds. That was a really brutal one. Fucking loved that one. There was this really funny, National Lampoons type, skit kill, if you want to call it that. It's very lampoonish in the sense that this chick is on a ski lift, and then she gets accidentally, purposely hung by the killer off the rail. And throughout certain scenes of the movie, if you look in the background on the ski lift, you can see her body just trailing around. And I remember when we saw that, I thought it was fucking hilarious. I was it's so dumb, but so funny. I think they don't even notice it for a good chunk of the movie until near the end or something.
They realize wait, where's this person?
Oh yeah, she's hanging on the lift going around, and it's just holy shit. There was a really bad kill though, involving a guy in a hot tub getting conked with a shovel. Yeah. All the blood looked really CG for a good minute, and then it looked real, which kind of fucked with me for a minute. But then that's the moment when I realized, okay, this is definitely
CG to practice.
Yeah, and then I realized, this is definitely direct to DVD quality right here. This is not great.
I didn't say anything, okay? Don't do this. Don't do this. Oh God, no!
The snowboarding footage I really did enjoy, even though it Didn't really add much to the movie. It helped really set the tone for where this one was. I think it was a really cool idea setting it at a ski resort. Just the execution was a little choppy. And I guess it could be boiled down to funds. I mean, and weather conditions too. I was reading that upon filming that there was a lot of rain and warmer weather. So you can watch the movie and realize that there's portions where there's more snow and then there's significantly less. And it looks weird at some points because you're like, did they film this in the spring or the winter? But no, apparently it was just really piss poor filming conditions. But that kind of dips the quality a little bit. You kind of see what's going on there. But other than that, I mean, yeah, very American Pie humor, like a lot of weed jokes, tit jokes, and fucking drinking jokes. Good shit, you know what I mean? If you got, like, a degenerate mind, it's really funny. But if you go into this thinking you're getting a Scream, because a lot of these slasher movies tried to pull the Scream card, like being meta or funny. This one takes the latter, being funny. This is not a meta movie at all. There's no satire to any of this. It's just basically MTV monkey brain humor, but it's good shit. I mean, if you hate that, you're gonna hate this fucking movie, though. This is like not gonna be your thing. But you know, I enjoyed it for what it was. However, I would be remiss to give this a high rank solely off me just enjoying it being stoned. So I'd say, realistically, I'd give this maybe, I don't know, like a 4, about a 4. Yeah. Fucking, it had potential, though. I'm not gonna lie, it really did. If it was maybe better, I swear to God, too, it could have, like, and also the twist ending, the way it went, too, that's kind of, it's cool because
it was twist ending was cool, and then the kill itself.
Yeah, it was really cool, but it left the door closed. It's like there's no possibility of a sequel happening with this movie, which, you know what, to some degrees I respect. Not because, we're not going to get a Shredder 2 and I hated it, but because a lot of movies nowadays, when they come out, they instantly have a roster of sequels or spin-offs or an expanded universe, and sometimes it's nice to just watch a self-contained fucking little one-off like this, you know what I mean? Like, instead of watching one and expecting to watch a series like Friday the 13th, this movie did its job. It was hella entertaining. You know, if you're chilling with the bros, you got some beers, you got some bong rips going, it's gonna be a good time. But like, if you're like dead sober or you're not, you know, looking for something serious, you're gonna hate this fucking movie. You're like absolutely gonna hate it. To that, I say maybe watch some of that really artsy-fartsy, lame A24 shit like Men. Maybe that'll be your cup of tea. But yeah, there's a lot of dick jokes, fart jokes, weed jokes, homophobic jokes for you sensitive folk out there. But, you know, this was all shit. If you grew up in the 2000s, if you played Xbox 360, this is just not unheard of shit. This, you're going to be able to sit through it completely fine. Definitely couldn't have been made today.
All I'd have to say is that on a comedy standpoint, it's like a 10.
Yeah, the comedy was a 10. Like, I was dying. Like, there was solid portions of the movie where I forgot it was a slasher because there was just so much random subplot bullshit and, like, comedy bullshit going on. And then someone would get killed, and you're like, oh, shit, yeah, this is a horror movie. What's going on? But, yeah, you know, like... Oh, yeah, you know what's funny, too? Fucking the guy, so the main dude, I think his name was Colin or something.
Yeah.
Colin the Cuck, as we called him. This guy, he basically, everyone was an archetype in this movie. So you got, like, a fucking pushover cuck guy, the bitchy blonde chick, her stuck-up friend, got, like, 2 stoner snowboarders, and then the one chick that no one can tell if she's a lesbian or straight. All these people were cliches and really funny, but the guy, Colin, he was voiced by the dude who played fucking Aladdin in the Disney movies, right? So when you look at his like Wikipedia page or his IMDb, you see like Aladdin, and all these things, and then just Shredder, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, it's so funny. But yeah, no, this is definitely one of those 2000s movies. It's got that feel to it. Definitely a product of its time. If you want to see some sick shredding, some sick powder ripping, bro, then, you know, watch this flick. If you want to see some like off-color jokes and some kills thrown in, watch this flick. I mean, recommended for a good time, but not recommended as a great movie. Definitely a heavy 4. Yeah. So, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Leave a like or a comment down below. Tell us some of your favorite comedy slasher movies if you got any, and stay tuned for the next episode.
See ya.
Laters.